So I kind of test it on myself, and then if it works, I do it for my clients.
So I heard a lot of people talking about A/B testing and how you can test ads and improve the outcomes, but I never quite understood it. What's your process around A/B testing the ads that you put out there? So you only let the best ones go ahead.
Yeah. So there's many ways of testing. One of the approaches I use is rapid fire testing. And there's kind of 3 stages. The first one is we test the audience first. We want to see which audience responds the best. And then when we get an audience that responds on Facebook, so Facebook, you can have many different audiences. You can have lookalike audiences and audiences based on website views and video views and a whole bunch of audiences. So we want to say which audience responds the best to this kind of offer. And when we've got one, we take that audience, we single it out, and then we run like 6 or 7 different offers to that audience. And because, people buy a product or service for different reasons. Sometimes they'll buy it because, they have a pain. Sometimes they'll buy it because they want to accomplish a goal, but it's the same product. And so we then get 6 or 7 different reasons to buy a product or pain points, and we show it to that one audience. And then we find the winning problem, the winning perspective that someone has when they're buying that product. And when we've identified a winning audience with a winning pain point, what we then do is we find the creative that audience relates to with that pain point. And so then we'll split test the images, we'll split test the headlines, split test the copy. And when we find the best image, the best headline, and the best copy, then we take that ad, that final ad, and we show it to all the audiences. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to say which ad works best to the masses. But to identify that, we have to find which audience first works best. And then we're going to say, after the audience, we say what is the angle or the offer or the pain point that they have, that they respond to, and then creative. And once we've got that, we show it to everyone, and that's how you bring the cost of your ads down, the cost of your conversions down. And if you're not doing testing, then you're always going to be paying too much for a lead, for a view, for a like, for whatever you're trying to accomplish.
So when you say split test, it's actually 2 tests, 5 tests, or 10 tests for each of the components?
So there's lots of tests in between. So there's really 3 stages that we go through, but within those stages there's lots of tests. And even when we found that winning ad, we're still testing every day. If you put an ad on Facebook and just leave it, you're really not getting the best return on investment. What you have to do is be constantly testing, constantly having new angles, new pain points, new creative, because people just get tired. They get tired of seeing the same ad. And so testing is something that you never stop. You're just continually testing different things. And especially when you start spending lots of money on Facebook, you have to be testing a lot, because every $1,000 you spend, if you can get an extra, $200 worth of value out of that $1,000, well, over the period of a month or 6 months, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of conversions.